Welcome to Nulwet. Today we're going to solve a problem called robot bounded in circle. This problem is very similar to another lead code problem called robot return to origin. So let's look into it. The problem description says that on an infinite plane, a robot initially stands at 0, 0 and faces north. The robot can receive one of these three instructions: G, go straight 1 unit; L, turn 90 degrees to the left; R, turn 90 degrees to the right. The robot performs the instructions in given order and repeats them forever. That's important that it will repeat them forever. Return true if and only if there exists a circle in the plane such that the robot never leaves the circle. So what this problem is saying that we have, let's look at one example. We have a set of instructions where G means go straight, L means turn left, R means turn right. So we can only have these three type of instruction. And let's in this example we have got this instruction, and we need to repeat this instruction forever, such that we need to tell if this robot stays in a particular circle and never leaves it. So if we follow this example, then after 1G, the robot moves from 00 to 01 in north direction, that is on the y-axis if you can think about it. And with another G, it moves to 0, 2. So then comes one L. So now the robot has moved from 0, 0 to 0, 2, and there comes an L. So it turns toward, now it's facing north, it turns towards the west direction, and then another L comes, so it turns toward the south direction. So this is north, this is east, this is west, this is south. On first L, it will turn from north to west. On second L, it will turn from west to south. So now it's facing south, and then we see another G. So from 0, 2, it will move to 0, 1. Remember that it was now at 0, 2, and now it faces to the south direction. So from 0, 2, it will move to 0, 1 after 1G, and after another G, it will reach 0, 0. So the circle that in which this lies is of radius 2. So let me try and explain this. So let's say this robot was initially just a second. It was initially here at 0, 0. After first G, let me type out these instructions: G, G, L, L, G, G. So okay, after first instruction, the robot will reach, let's say this point is 0, 1. After another G, it will reach 0, 2. Remember, this is facing north at the moment. So let me write another variable called direction. It is facing north. After, now we have processed G and G. After 1L, this will start facing west, because west comes to the north of, to the left of north. The direction will become west. After another L, it will face towards south, because south comes to the left of west. Now it says move 1 unit. Now we are facing in the south direction and we move to 1 unit. So from 0, 2, we reach 0, 1. After another G, from 0, 1, we reach 0, 0. So if we keep on repeating this instruction forever, this robot will never leave this circle of radius 2. So this is the radius from 0 to 2. If you draw a circle around it, this robot will never leave it. So we return true. In other example, where the instruction is just GG. So what we do here, we for the first time we move from 0, 0 to 0, 1, because it's facing north. Then we move from 0, 1 to 0, 2. So we are finished with one set of instruction. Now if we try to repeat it, it will go from here to 0, 3, and in the same way it will go to 0, 4, 0, 5. So it will not ever stop, and it will keep on moving in the north direction. So that's the issue. We cannot form a circle of any radius in which this robot will always stay. So that's the problem. So let's try to solve it. So the intuition behind this problem is, after executing the first set of instruction, the robot will stay in circle if and only if we are not facing in the north direction. And why is that? Because we started from north direction And after executing this set of instruction, if we are still facing north direction, that means we are continuously moving in one particular direction, and we will never be able to make a circle out of it. The other condition is, after executing this set of instruction, if we end up at the origin, that is 0 comma 0. So like in the very first example, after executing this we ended up at 0 comma 0, then we know that we can make a circle out of it, because this robot traveled some distance, and after executing a set of instruction it ended up at 0 comma 0. So we know there is a circle. But the other condition is, if the robot is looking in the same direction from where you started. So we in the starting we are looking at north direction. Now after executing the set of instruction, if it is still facing north, then we are continuously moving in one single direction. So if we take example 2, where the instruction is g comma g, after executing this first set of direction it's still facing north, so we are still moving in the same direction and we will never be able to make a circle out of it. Now you may ask, why would we make a circle out of it if we go from north to west, or west to east, or north to south, or any other direction? We can do that because if we are starting from north direction and we do not end up at north, that means we ended up either at west, east, or south. That means if we keep on, let's say we started from north and now we are looking at west. If we execute this instruction once more, then we will end up facing south, right? Because after executing the first set of instruction, we moved some distance and now we are facing west, to the left of our original direction. After executing these instructions again, we'll face south. After executing this instruction again, we'll face east. After executing this set of instruction again, we'll face north. So we are able to make this circle. So that's the intuition behind this problem. And to track the movement of the robot, we will create two variables. So for the up down movement, we can call it UD. For the left right movement, for the left right movement, let's call it LR. And to capture the direction, let me create a variable called dir, and I'll tell you what dir means is. So we will assign some values to each direction. So let's say north is 1, then what is east is 2, south is 3, and west is 4. So this is how we will identify in which direction we are currently pointing at. So let's try and execute the first set of instruction. So we can go through each character where it is part of this instruction dot to char array. So for each character we will check if it is G, L, or R. So let's check. If C equals to G, then we'll do something. Else if C equals to L, then we'll do something else. And else, that means it will be R, because we are given the characters in this instruction can either be G, L, or R. So if it is so let's say if it is L or R, let's first try to handle that case. So there is one edge case with moving from left to right or right to left. So how we are maintaining direction is, whenever we move towards right, we will increment the direction variable. So when we move from north to east, we are incrementing the direction variable basically to the right direction. And when we are moving towards left, we are decrementing the direction variable. So let's say from south, if we have to go to east, that's a left move, right? So we are decrementing the direction variable. But the edge case is when we have to move from north to west, so basically to the left of north, then we cannot say decrement 1 to 0. So we have to cache that as edge case. So we can just simply do this. If direction equals to 1, then let's assign direction as 5 because we are going to decrement it. So just to make it consistent, I'm doing this. And in the same way, if dir is 4, that is we are facing in the west direction, Now, if we can't just increment it for all other use cases, we can just do dir plus plus. But when we are at dir 4, let's make it 0. So after left, if we move towards right, we will end up in the north direction. That is with value dir equals to 1. So this is good. Now we need to check in which direction are we moving. So in the case where the character is g, we need to check if dir double equals to 1. Then we'll do something else if PIR equals to 2. Let's do something. So this is the north case, and this will be our east case. And if dir double equals to 3, so this is our south case. Else this will be our west case. So we just need to increment or decrement these variables. So if we are moving in north direction, let's just do ud plus plus. That means we are moving up. If it is east, let's do lr plus plus. If we are going towards south, let's do ud minus minus. If we are moving west, let's do lr minus minus. So I think this looks good. After executing this, I think we will be able to execute one set of instructions. And let's just check after doing this if we end up at the origin. So if ud double equals to 0 and lr double equals to 0, that is, sorry, not comma, this would be and. If this is true, that means we end up at the origin. So let's just return true. Otherwise, we need to check, are we facing the same direction from where we started? So let's see if dir is 1. 1 because 1 means north and we started from north. If dir is north, then just return false. Otherwise, return true. So this looks good to me. Let's try and run it. So this works. Let's submit it. So that works, and the runtime is 0 ms. It is faster than 100% of Java Online Submission, and this is one pass solution. You may find a lot of multi-pass solution, but we did it in just one pass. If this was helpful, then please do leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any doubt in this problem, you can comment that below. I can take a look. And if you want me to solve any other LeetCode problem, you can comment that too. And I think that's all from my side for this time. I'll see you next time.